Vegas Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders. Can this team get any more confusing? Let's just be honest. Can this guy get any more confusing? Guys, the Las Vegas Raiders have won 2 games in a row in the last 2 weeks. They have now had the 8th overall pick in the 2025 NFL draft. So far in the month of December, they are now 2-2 on the season with a healthy AOC. Fact or crap, guys, does this give the Las Vegas Raiders fans hope in 2025? When you look at the Las Vegas Raiders, their fan base, they were all but done before the month of December. Everybody was checking it in, hanging up their jerseys, hanging up their cleats, hanging up their Raiders face paint for the season. But since the month of December, they're now 2-2. They held the Falcons to just 15 points on Monday Night Football. They held the high-flying Tampa Bay Buccaneers to 28 points. And then they have won their last 2 games over the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New Orleans Saints. In 2023, they did the same thing. The month of December comes rolling around and they beat the Kansas City Chiefs on Christmas Day. They were 2-2 in the month of December as well. They're putting up great defensive stats, much like they're doing now, right? And all offseason, all that heard from Raiders fans, our defense was the top 10 defense the last month of the season. AP is 2-2 as a head coach, or 5-3, whatever it was. AP is this, AOC is that, whatever, yada, yada, yada. They are doing the exact same thing as they did in 2023 and 2024. But this time without Max Crosby and some other top defensive talent that is out for the IR for the rest of the season. By winning these last 2 games, these last 2 in a row, over the Jaguars and over the Saints, they went for the first overall pick down to the 8th overall pick. All season long, they have had quarterback issues. But Aiden O'Connell, the last 2 games, 257 yards passing versus Jaguars and 242 passing yards versus the Saints. Giving the fans some type of sense of hope that, hey, Aiden O'Connell is our guy. But guys, fact or crap, will the recent success of the Las Vegas Raiders give fans hope in 2025 like it did in 2024? And guys, this is 100% fact. This is 100% fact because it's the Las Vegas Raiders at the end of the day. In 2023, they were 5-8 before finishing the season 3-4, or winning 3 of 4. It put the fan base up on cloud 9. I heard it from John. I heard it from Jim. I heard it from Raiders Nation. AOP is our guy. Aiden O'Connell is our quarterback of the future. This and this and this. I heard it all off season. And when I did my NFL picks, I had you guys winning 4 games. Oh, you're dumb, Buck. You don't know what you're talking about. You're this, you're this, you're this. Guys, this will 100% give fans hope going into the offseason. This will 100% say the fans, Aiden O'Connell is our guy. AP is our guy. And winning at the end of the season is nice because it gives you a false sense of security going into the offseason. New York Football Giants, they're winning right now. They're probably going to keep their coach and general manager because they're winning right now. Guys, this is nothing but false hope at the end of the day. This is Fugazi. This is Fugazi. So, guys, fact or crap, will winning these last 2 games and potentially winning 3 games in a row to end the season give Las Vegas Raiders fans hope into the 2025 NFL season? And Laura says crap. We all do respect Raider fans. You all suck right now. And you need to understand and start listening to Buck, she says. Buck told you guys during the offseason that Aiden O'Connell, Gardner Minshew is not the answer. Buck told you that AP is not the answer, but y'all wouldn't listen. Y'all wanted to come at his throat. I posted my game picks, and I said that the Raiders would lose 8 games in a row, and they would snap that 8-game losing streak by winning the Jacksonville Jaguars. I was spot on. But you're like, oh, that's not going to happen. And Jameson says the Raiders are dumb. Now, from a fan base, they are dumb, right? From the outside looking in, they are dumb, right? However, as a coach myself, as a player myself, I've never been on a bad team, but I've been on teams where, hey, if we lose this game, we might get a little bit of better playoff draw, that type of thing. It is not in your blood, in your mindset, or in your intuition at all to go out there and tank a game, period. So us fans may want our teams to lose. Us fans of the Pittsburgh Steelers want them to lose. A 5th seed's better than the 3rd seed. Let's just be honest. Raiders fans want their team to lose. We want Shedeur Sanders or Travis Hunter or whoever, right? But it is not in the best interest of the players and coaches because they're out there playing for bonuses, right? I believe it was Derek that just said D-Hop needs one more touchdown to get $500,000. $500,000. That's tough. But yeah, Raiders are dumb. Laura says crap. Drew says crap. John says crap. And John says no. John, as a Raiders fan, is like, slow it down, baby. Buck, you were right this offseason. You were right this offseason. And I apologize for coming at your throat, he says. No, he doesn't. And Drew says, I hope the Chiefs acquire Crosby in the offseason. I don't think they could afford him, to be honest. I don't know what the salary cap looks like. Casey says the Raiders can't do anything right. They can't even get the first overall pick. And John says, let's see how GOAT picks. AP is not the GOAT, John. Slow it down. Jameson says they cost themselves the number 1 overall pick. Same with the Giants, right? Same with the Giants. Alpha Rob says crap. Giants just can't get out of their way, he says. Derek says Atlanta swooped up on Penix when they had Kirk. Denver took Nix, had to give that the beatdown. Jameson says Raiders was going to draft Penix, but they didn't. If they wanted him so bad, they should have moved up and got him. They thought AOC and Gardner Minshew was the answer. Let's just be honest. Derek says guilty as charged on your season record. Yeah, there were a lot of upset Raider fans. I'm just going to say. Just going to say it. Alpha Rob says, I mean fact. They did the same thing last season. They did. They won the Super Bowl Christmas Day. They won 3 of their last 4 to end the season. Meaning, I get it. Have faith in your team. Like, hey, we fired a coach mid season. AP came in. Yes, he lost his first three games, right, as a coach. But then he won his last 3 of 4. Won the last 3 of 4. Defense was playing top notch, right? But you failed to realize, right, in those last month of the season, you failed to realize that many of these teams were already checked out. Raider fans failed to realize in the last month of the season they played the Denver Broncos, weren't playing for nothing. They played the Indianapolis Colts, weren't playing for nothing. They played the Kansas City Chiefs, really weren't playing for nothing at that particular point. They already had their playoff spot locked up. Then you play the Chargers, wasn't playing for nothing. Then you play the Vikings. You lost that game 3-0. Like, come on. Shit. And for how great your defense was that last month of the season, last 5 games of the season, you gave up 21 points to the Chargers, 20 points to the Chiefs. 14 points to the Chiefs, 23 points to the Chargers, and 14 points to the Broncos. Not very good. Not very good. John B. back in the chat. What's up, John? He says, no, we don't. We understand tanking doesn't work in the NFL because there are so many misses on the first-round picks. And it is hard to get 52 guys to tank, right? Let's just be flat out honest. That honestly, John, is what is so great about the NFL, is that you legit cannot tank, right? People that say that the NFL is rigged, this, and this. It is hard to get. It would be what 104 guys plus coaching staff on the same page to rig the NFL, right? Everybody's playing for contracts. Everybody's playing for those bonuses. Everybody's playing for that next big thing. So yeah, it is hard to tank, etc. And John said, "Had me at shook." Took that tumble. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? John said, "It's not like the NBA where the lottery picks hit pretty much every time." And John, I'm glad you brought this up because I believe I don't know who it was, but we had a conversation in our facebook.com/man hour page. And somebody said that Patrick Mahomes changed the Kansas City Chiefs. Tom Brady changed a New England Patriots. And they said one person can change a franchise. And I said, no, they cannot. No, they cannot. Because unlike hockey, NBA, Major League Baseball, right? Major League Baseball is kind of a reach, but in hockey and like NBA, one guy is 20% of your team. One guy in the NFL is like 10% of your, like 5% of your team. One guy is not going to make a total world of difference on your team. Now, obviously, it will help. It will help improve the morale, the system, whatever, yada, 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 right? But to say that Patrick Mahomes came in and totally turned around the Kansas City Chiefs, that is 100% false. Because the Chiefs were winning before Patrick Mahomes got there. Alex Smith and Andy Reid were doing their thing. So, scroll back up. And John says, we do have hope. Raider fans do have hope because Tom freaking Brady is partial owner, baby. Okay. Jameson says, what should the Patriots do